Some really exciting things are taking place at the Cullman County Child Development Center. Our guest today, we have Chris Chambers, who's the principal at the school. Krell Buckaloo, Krell will talk with in just a little bit. But Chris, let's start for people who are not familiar with the Child Development Center. Tell us about the school.
We're a standalone school in Cullman County. We're a special needs school, though, for kindergarten through age 21. We have all areas of disabilities, all 13, ranging from students with intellectual disabilities, students with emotional disabilities, and we have several students on the spectrum, and we have a full staff of teachers and aides and bus drivers and lunchroom workers and everybody that, along with speech pathologists and our speech language pathologist, physical therapist, occupational therapist that come in and meet these children's needs.
And you've been able to get grant money to expand the curriculum into the arts. Tell us about that.
Well, we usually sit down and talk to our faculty about and listen to them about what needs need to be met for our students. And one thing that came up was we didn't have an art and music program. So you go out and look for grants, and we found a grant. T.J. Franny, who is our local grant writer for the county, Dr. Franny is a great resource. And we got together and found this Art Alliance grant. It was a $25,000 grant. It was real simple to do. We won, and so we had an opportunity to bring in a music instructor and an art instructor, Mr. Krell, and one day a week. We would rotate, so the kids would either have music or art one day each week. And so we've seen a lot of gains from it with behavior, with attendance, with outlets and forms of expression. And it's just been fun, too, to get the community involved and coming in and see and understanding where we are. And also get to see our faculty and our staff and how hard they work and try to involve a multitude of people. And getting them involved and get an opportunity to express an understanding of what we do and how we do things, and what the school overall our goal is.
Krell, let's talk about what you're doing. You started the art program a year ago or this year?
Well, at the beginning of the year, I was able to go in, and then the music teacher, Jalen, he came as well, and he and I really, this was new territory for us. I've been teaching for 26 years, but again, this is a lot to learn as far as me, an artist and a teacher. So we began the beginning of the year with the students and getting to know the teachers. Of course, the teachers were the bridge that made everything work. Of course, Mr. Chambers gave us the opportunity to come in, and we were able to talk with him and look at what we were going to do. But then when we hit the ground, as I walked into each classroom, because there's roughly 125 students, about 10 classes on this campus, and so we broke it down to where we would cover 5 classes a week. And that was doable. So I'm actually carrying my materials into the class. The students aren't having to move. Okay. And so when we walk into the classroom, the teachers and the teachers' aides are there, and they also are helpful in letting us get to know the students. And so first, I could tell there was a little bit of an edge on with the students of who are these very unique people coming into our classroom, to say the least. But as a few days went and we began to share with them, I began to share art with them. And I say start out with basic things. We just really dove in because the students were very excited about being able to use paints and the brushes and all the details. And so what I was able to do was carry in panels and easels, and I began first to paint in front of them and then break out and do individual projects. And so we really have explored a lot of area this year and laid some really good groundwork. Again, it's been, I think the children have taught me, and the students here have taught me more than probably I will ever teach them this year. They're the most appreciative people I've ever worked with in my life. I really have been blown away by the response that the students have. They're like sponges. They want to absorb everything that you throw at them. And so in turn, I want to bounce back and throw more at them and just see what they come up with. So just this year, we have turned out a ton of art, both on individual small levels, and then we also do class paintings where we do these big paintings together. And we'll grab a subject, say like underwater, or one of the classes, their desire was to go into dinosaurs. And so we really explored the whole paleo world really there by painting pictures, and then that interlocked with the studies they were doing, so they were able to do dinosaurs. In that same class, we also went into wildlife and drawing animals and things like that. So there's a wide range of people that we've been able to work with. We have students that are blind that have been able to participate in painting. For those people, we also have interject, and this was a teacher situation where I came in and I didn't have all the answers. These teachers plugged in with me, and we got a blind student painting with sand, mixing sand with the paint, so that this person could really experience the full effects. And by the end of the year, these students just bloomed. They came out of their shell, and I think every one of them have become a Picasso. I really do. I think these people have gone on a journey of exploring what art is, and so that has given me so many things for this coming year to really go in and not be shy about or not feel like we can't accomplish, because these kids have had a good time, but they've also really laid a lot of paint down and created a lot of really great art.
Chris, you touched on, Krell was talking about the way the students have received this. Did you expect it to be this positive with them?
We had some expectations. Our teachers, like Krell said, is our bridge right there, and getting their feedback. And data doesn't lie with attendance and behavior and things, but as far as finding that little light that goes on in some children, and the positive feedback about, and hear from the parents about, my kid just loves art and they look forward to it, and giving that sense, that light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't think it would. I knew it would be different. I knew it would be exciting, but also that depends on the type of person you get, the type of instructors you get. And with Jalen and with Krell, it was just a really good fit. And as an old coach, I'm always looking and recruiting for that good fit. And we found two really, really good ones to fit our needs at the CDC. And it's been exciting. Can't wait to look, and find out what's going to happen in the future.
Okay. Krell, you got a big event coming up, BBQ and ART. That sounds good.
We do. We've lined the school walls somewhat with art, and we're working really hard on getting all of this art framed, because again, we have really covered a lot of territory this year. And so the teachers came and asked about doing an event that was coordinated with a barbecue dinner that they are already having. Now, this is a thing that they do every year. And so the 13th is a Friday, later on in this month. They already had scheduled a barbecue dinner, and it started at 3 o'clock. Well, what the teachers helped me put together was a art show. And so what's going to happen is 8 o'clock in the morning on that Friday, the 13th, the doors will open. We're turning the gym of our school into an art gallery.
Okay.
And people will be able to walk in, they will be able to walk around and look at the art and enjoy what the students have produced this year. The other thing, though, that they will be able to do is they will be able to decide if they would like to purchase one of those pieces. Those pieces are all going to be professionally framed, ready to hang on the wall, ready for people to take home with them and put in a home or an office or that type thing. But I believe that people are going to be very amazed at the spectrum. If you like modern art, then this is your place to be. If you like realistic art, underwater scenes, if you like fall scenes, fall trees, I mean, throughout the year we kind of tagged every little season that we possibly could. There's flower gardens, things like that. So there's big pieces and there's small pieces. We're going to turn this into an art show. Then at the end of the evening at 7 o'clock, we're going to actually auction off all of this art. This art is priceless to us, but we feel like sharing it with the community will also in turn help us to build some funding for the things that we have in the classroom, some needs. It's not going to be poured back into art. We have funding next year to buy supplies and do this all over again. But this money that's going to be raised is going to go straight back into the classrooms, buying things. And I have seen, just being an art teacher and going to these classrooms, one student was able to get a computer that this person talks through, and they gave me the price tag of that. One little girl needed some special braces to help her walk or whatever she was doing, and I heard the price tag of that. So it's amazing the individual needs. These faculty and staff are trying to juggle to take care of these people, and so I'm honored that we're going to be able to use this art to help some of that cause.
You brought a piece of art that you talked about underwater, and that's what you brought.
I did. This is a really fun piece, and again, all of our art is very colorful, but I brought this piece along because it's one of our probably one of our medium-sized pieces, I would say. But
That's a medium size.
This is a
Okay.
medium-sized
Wow.
piece. We have, if you will just come and see the art, you'll understand. But if you have a space in your home or in your office where you can hang a painting that's 4 feet square, 48 inches square, this is going to be your place. Yes, like over a mantle would be perfect for some of this art. This is one of our medium pieces. This is 2 feet square. And again, the pieces will be framed, ready to hang. When all you have to do is carry it home and put it on your wall or wherever you want it to be. But there's just a really large group of diverse subject matter that these students have painted this year.
And this was done by first year.
This was actually done, this painting was done by Miss Williams' class. Those students are, I forget the grades. Reason
But
being
this was their first year.
This was their first year, yes.
Wow.
Miss Williams' class did this project. They're going to be art. Every class will be represented. We have phenomenal art from kindergartners. And when I say kindergartners, when people see this stuff, they'll think, wow, that is so fun. I mean, these kids had a lot of fun doing the art. And that really comes out in every piece that they produce. And yes, I guided them along, and I kind of tried to help them stay within an area of that. But you know, some of the students went up there and turned everything into modern art, and but some of them we walked back and went, wow, they're amazingly detailed. So I had to go back this year at the end of the year and buy a lot smaller brushes, because some of these students have gotten very, very detailed in their work as well. So this is a really good example of some of the work that they will see. Very colorful stuff. It's very detailed. But some of the fall scenes I'm looking for, I would love to have one of those hanging in my home, in the fall. They're just beautiful. Very colorful. And so yeah, it's going to be good art.
To wrap things up, Chris, you touched on exciting about the future. What are some things coming up down the road?
Well, with art and music, building on what we've done, but we're actually looking at bringing in some dance instructors. Okay. So we've looked at hip hop, of course, and also ballet. And we've been talking to a company that's really based out of the UK that has dance instructors that travel all of the states, and talking to some local dance instructors as well. and seeing if that's a possibility, just to add to it. But continue to add to our art and music. I think our Mr. Krell, is a challenge for anyone to come into our school, and you don't fully understand until you get involved. And but now with his knowledge, he's able to expand on it with our teachers. And I can't say enough about our faculty and our staff and how great they are. And their ideas and their excitement is catching, and that positive energy is catching, and that'll snowball on you real quick. And it's great for them when they come to me and I'm able to say yes, let's do that. Hey, let's do it. Hey, it's never been done before. And so far at the CDC these past few years, we've got to do a lot of things for the first time. And that's exciting, not only for our kids, for the parents, but all of Cullman County.
Chris Chambers, thank you. Krell Buckaloo, thank you. And a reminder, BBQ and ART is Friday the 13th.
That's right.
Very good.